first test here with the Agrotk 680 breaker. So we got 315 feet concrete to break up. So just had it cut and stuff. Now we got a 6 foot wide strip we're gonna break up. So it should be like 1,500 feet or so. So I'll be curious how long it takes. It's like 4 to 5 inches thick down here. Way down there it gets up to 6 inches thick. So we're gonna put this bad girl to the test and see how well it does. So this is a standard flow machine, not a high flow. So it does, 17 gallons per minute. So let's see how she works.
So here we're breaking up some 4-inch thick concrete. This is not totally the proper way to do it. You know, you should start closer to an edge as opposed to just punching a hole like right in the middle and stuff. But was curious how it would do just going right through, you know, essentially the hardest part. So as you can see, it does fairly well. I'm kind of impressed, I'm not gonna lie.
Lift up a little bit. Alright, okay, back to doing this two-handed, but it works on some 4-inch pretty good. Be curious how well it does on some 6. Vibrating the hell out of the piece I'm sitting on. Vibration's not that bad, except for when you're sitting on the piece and then it makes that whole thing vibrate.
And giggles, I wanted to test it out and see how it would do going through the really thick stuff. So down here it's 6 inches minimum, more like 7 to 8 inches or so. And again, not totally the right way to do it, you know, starting right here like in the center of a slab, but that's the hardest part, you know, the hardest way to do it. So I was kind of curious, all right, if you really put it to the test, how well is it going to do? You know, how well is it actually going to put a hole in this thing? So this was running the machine about half throttle or so. Should have probably cranked it up just to see what it would do, you know, more so, how well it would go through and stuff. But I was kind of curious, all right, how much is it going to take to crack this concrete or just punch a hole in it? All right, personally, I'm calling this breaker's maximum. It is definitely not wanting to go through this 8-inch, and I'm making this video after I've used it for several days now, trying to get through it. And even if you go close to the edge, it still struggles to get through it. It'll get through it, but it's pretty dang hard on everything. Personally, I would say really good on 4-inch, like fantastic on 4-inch. 6-inch, yep, it'll work. I probably wouldn't want to do a huge amount with it. Once it gets over that, I'd be kind of wishing I had something different.
Little progress report. Agrotk 680 breaker. So far, thumbs up. Like solid 8-hour day of constant use. Breaking up some like 5 to 6 inch concrete, no rebar, and it was flawless. So I greased it, like they say to grease it every 2 hours, so I greased it like every hour and a half or so. But so far, 10 out of 10, definitely recommend, especially for the price. It's fantastic. So I had to buy lines that were 3 feet longer, and then I did secure them kind of out of the way a little bit, stuff using those 2 P-clamps right there. But yeah, worked great. So I'm gonna check some of our hardware and stuff, because some of it has, you know, some of the bolts have rotated and everything. That's why I marked them all. But otherwise, she's fantastic. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to work. All right. The Agrotk breaker, this is basically like its max. So I'd say it's probably like 8 inches or so, 7 to 8, and that is really stretching it, you know, to do everything it possibly can. So I wear a large size glove, normal 5'10" dude. So yeah, broke up all this stuff. So what we did is we broke along that line, right? This line was cut. Pick the stuff up, set it on top of itself, and then break it. Then it goes a lot faster. If you just want to try to punch through this stuff, it'll do it, but you're not gonna have fun. So, but overall, definitely a good piece of kit.